guys, welcome back to Team Lovely, and today, if you didn't watch my other video, go ahead and watch it. Make sure you like it, and make sure you like this video right now. And yeah, so I haven't been posting for a while. If you haven't watched that, go watch the update video that I posted like just now. So yeah, so make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. If you already did that, make sure you like and hit that post notification bell. And if you want to join the lovely team, make sure you hit that post notification bell and hit that subscribe button. And you better share this video. And yeah, so let's just get into this video. And before we get started, the video is called "I Followed My Crush into the Basement and Totally Rigged It." So let's watch it.
I was running through the rain, trying to get home as quickly as possible, when I noticed my crush James walking onto the school grounds. I didn't want him to see me like this. I was soaked to the bone, looking like a drowned rat. But I had to know what he was up to. What if he was breaking into the school? I decided to follow him. And at one point, I swear, he turned around and looked right at me. I didn't know if I was seeing things, but it even looked like he smiled at me. Wait, did he want me to follow him? Suddenly, I felt brave. I was going to tell him how I felt. The moment I'd waited for my whole life had arrived. But then I saw him climbing into the tornado shelter, and that should have been my first warning not to keep following him, because things were about to get super weird. Before I unleash my crazy story onto you, click like and subscribe to stay up to date with all the madness that my story animated has.
Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Sorry to interrupt, but I'll just be right back. I'm just gonna stop recording really quick, okay? Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but let's just get back into the video.
Has in store for you. Okay, so there I was, climbing into a tornado shelter after my crush, with absolutely no plan of what I'd do next. I was acting purely on impulse, and it felt amazing. I felt sure he knew I'd climbed in after him, but I couldn't see anything. So I used the flashlight on my phone and realized he'd already gone down the stairs. The rain was really pouring now, so I closed the lid. The last thing I wanted was to flood the shelter. Not on a special night like tonight. I'd never been this close to James before. Just the two of us alone. Except we weren't alone. As soon as I closed the lid, I heard a girl's voice. No! I started panicking and decided this had been a stupid idea. I pushed the lid to climb back out, but it wouldn't open. No matter how hard I pushed it, it didn't budge. Oh my gosh, I was stuck. If it had just been me and James down there, it would have been quite exciting. But suddenly I heard a kissing sound and I realized my worst nightmare had just come true. I was stuck in a tornado shelter with my crush and his girlfriend by the sounds of things. I didn't want them to know I was there, like some creepy stalkers, so I tried to keep as quiet as possible. I could hear them laughing, and then the girl said, "Did anyone see you come in here? I hope we didn't get caught." And James replied, "No, I don't think so. Oh no, wait, there was a girl from my school, but she wouldn't say anything. She's such a loser." At that, I had to cover my face. I wanted to cry. It felt like he'd shoved a knife through my heart, and then I felt angry. I had to get out of there. This was literally the most embarrassing situation to ever be in. And what would my parents think when they found out? I gave the lid one final push, but I pushed too hard. The next moment, I lost my footing and was rolling down the stairs. I landed with a thump and blacked out for a second. When I opened my eyes,
she knew that was a bad idea. As soon as you saw him crawling there, you knew it was a bad idea. But you continue to follow him. That just don't make any sense.
James and his girlfriend were standing over me. They didn't even ask me if I was okay. James just looked down at me and said, "Did you follow me here? What are you playing at?" Then he turned turned to his girlfriend and said, "Come on, babe, let's bounce." Then they just left me lying there and headed up the stairs. I was about to tell them that we were trapped down there, but they'd soon discover it for themselves. I could hear James bashing on the lid of the shelter, but obviously it wouldn't open. And then he shouted down to me and asked if I'd done this and if I thought it was funny. No, James, I did not find this funny. I wanted to shut up at him. Gosh, what would he say if he knew how much I wished I were his girlfriend and not that dumb blonde girl? Then he started shouting about how he had to get out ASAP because the next day was his big football game that was going to guarantee him a scholarship to a top college. He said he had to get it, otherwise he'd be stuck in this stupid town forever. Oh no, this was a disaster, and it was only just the beginning. I sat up and looked around with my flashlight on my phone and realized there was literally nothing down there except for some sandbags.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. But you can.
You ain't gotta keep getting off my baby. I just want you to keep singing. Go ahead and edit your little video.
Okay, guys, I'm back. I can just stay here. Sorry, guys. If you hear something in the background, that's my mom. She's right here.
And an old scratchy blanket that looked like 1,000 bugs might be living in it. And then I realized I was shivering, like properly freezing cold. My phone was on 10%. Not that it mattered. There was absolutely no signal down there anyway. I didn't even have a bottle of water on me, and by the looks of things, James and his girlfriend had nothing either. Oh man. I held my breath as they came down the stairs. I was so scared of what they'd say to me. They were arguing, and James's girlfriend came right up to me and said, "This is all your fault. You've ruined everything." Truly, that felt like the most awkward moment of my entire life. James told her to try and calm down, and I learned her name was Amy. She must have gone to another school because I'd never seen her before. Neither of them had signal either, and soon they started screaming for help. I didn't want to tell them it was pointless. The rain was so...
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. You guys can keep watching. You guys can keep watching it while I be right back.
loud. No one would hear us even if they were right above us. Eventually, I told them I was sorry, even though it wasn't my fault. I lied and told them I'd been trying to shelter from the rain because I'd forgotten my umbrella. But Amy didn't buy it. She said, "Yeah, right. You're clearly a stalker. Do you get kicks out of watching other people making out or something?" James said you're a loser, and he wasn't joking. Look at you. If I hadn't already been underground, I'd have asked the ground to swallow me up. No one had ever been so mean to me before. After that, it was really uncomfortable, and all of us were in a bad mood. Soon, it became obvious we'd all have to spend the night down there. So I found a corner as far away from Amy as possible and lay down. I was still shivering and thought about using the insect-infested blanket, but Amy had already grabbed it. There was no way I'd fall asleep. I was so thirsty, and even though the shelter luckily had a small toilet, there was no sink, which meant no running water. I'd have drunk the rain earlier if I knew this was going to happen. I covered my ears because I was afraid I'd hear them kissing, and eventually...
It was a kind of bad idea that you did that because you probably knew that was going to happen. You probably knew that was going to happen because what you think that's just going to... Oh, nothing's bad gonna happen, and you thought it was gonna be a bad idea. If you thought it was gonna be a bad idea, then why do it? Don't make any sense.
I must have fallen asleep because the next moment I found myself waking up to hearing a rustling sound. I looked over at Amy, and even though I couldn't see anything, I knew she was eating something. I could hear her. I couldn't believe she had food with her and wasn't sharing it. Did James know? I should have said something, but I was too scared. I'd already caused enough trouble. Finally, morning came, and by then my phone was at 2%. Soon I wouldn't even know what time it was. I was bursting for the toilet, so I went to use it, and of course, Amy shouted at me and said my peeing was too loud and had woken her up. Then I noticed there was a light switch outside the toilet.
What? Like, okay, who cares? You're using the bathroom. Of course it's gonna be loud because everybody's quiet and you're sleeping. It's not even that loud in the daytime. It's just loud in the nighttime because everybody's quiet and they think it's loud. It's not even that loud.
Toilet. I clicked on it, not expecting it to work, and suddenly the whole shelter was flooded with light. Amy quickly pulled the blanket up and told me to look away. Oh my gosh, were they not wearing clothes? Then Amy just laughed and said everyone knows that body heat is the best way to survive in cold weather. Ew! Once they got dressed, I realized how pretty Amy was, and it really annoyed me. How could I have thought James would ever be interested in someone?
Sorry for talking too much, but how did you just notice how pretty she was when you got locked in there a couple of days ago, when you just knew how pretty she was? How are you gonna just notice how pretty she was when you got locked in there with her for a day or two? That just doesn't make any sense at all. Sorry for talking too much. I'm gonna just let the video play.
Someone like me when he had Amy. I ran up the stairs and tried to push the lid again, but then I just sat there waiting for people to arrive at school. Then I'd scream my head off. Plus, I didn't want them to look at me. I felt so insecure about my running clothes, and I hadn't even shaved my legs. I didn't want James noticing. I could hear the school bell and feet walking over us, but no one heard me scream. How long would we be down here? James was complaining about being hungry, and Amy too, but I knew Amy had eaten something in the night. She was a liar. We started looking around the place to see if we could find anything, and James suddenly sounded happy. Under the sandbags, he'd found some old bottles of water. The water...
Hold on, guys. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. I was just gonna pause the video real quick. Okay, guys.
Disgusting. But I'd have drunk any...
Okay, guys. I'm gonna make a part 2. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. But I'm gonna make a part 2. I promise by tomorrow or so. I'm gonna make a part 2. Or maybe tonight because, yeah. I'm gonna make a part 2. Maybe tonight. Or, yeah. So, I can't do this, okay? Just like I said, make sure you guys comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell, and make sure you share. And goodbye. Peace.